When you get to Carolina, you go to Fall Fest is one of the very first things you do as a first year. And when you go to Fall Fest, there are 800,000 organizations on South Road that are putting flyers in your face, talking to you about all these different things that you can do here at Carolina. And you're pretty much like swimming through a crowd of just so much going on. And what was really helpful for me about how to sort of figure out where I wanted to go, it took an entire year almost to sort of figure things out. But I really had to think about what I was really passionate about.
Coming from high school, being in this large campus environment and not really knowing what I wanted or what I wanted to do, it was during my winter break of my first year at Carolina that I sort of sat down with myself and said, you've got to give yourself every single opportunity that comes your way. Try every single thing that comes your way, and try to find that thing that you're passionate about. And luckily, I did do that, and it's turned out so amazingly for me.
As I've explored, then I've started pulling back the things that I did in high school that I really, really loved. Like I always did really like community service when I was in high school. And so that was a great way for me to integrate community service and keeping me grounded through the Black student movement and my history as a Black woman, you know. So I've been able to really say, okay, these are sort of things that I'm sort of interested in. Try it out and then say, okay, am I still interested in this? Yes, let's keep going forward. And then I've met so many awesome people in those experiences that they've connected me to even more things that I'm interested in. And so I'm kind of excited to see where I end up as a senior, because it's real, even though I may think, okay, I'm doing something completely new, at the end of the day, I come back to like a certain path.
My first year, I was in charge of doing weekly meetings with undergraduate students where we would discuss what we had been talking about the past week. And that was sort of exciting to actually have to step into that leadership role and actually engage with students and try to be a source of, I guess, inspiration, a source of direction for them, and sort of having to take on that role with people that were pretty close to my age, and that was a little bit frightening to begin with, but that was something that was really exciting.
I think everyone has their own vision for where they want to go in life and where they want, what they're involved with, that path that they want an organization to go towards. For example, the Clefs, the UNC Cliffhangers, you know, I really look at making us a much more service-based organization. And so as I get older in the group, I'm sort of able to take a much more administrative role in facilitating some of our performances to more charity gigs and going out and doing service in the community. So I think that's one really important aspect of leadership here at Carolina, is that you're able to make campus what it is. I think that one of my favorite quotes is that it's the students who make Carolina what it is. And I think that that's very true, in that you can take your own leadership capacity and shape any organization you want into any direction you want it to go.
I was really excited when I got back to school, and I was like, hey, you know, let's do an alternative spring break trip and teach these kids some of the things that they're missing. And so I approached the Black student movement, and they're like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. We can't give you any money, but we can give you all a lot of love and support. And so they were really great and helped me, and I got a lot of friends involved, and we actually went back this past spring break, and we taught a health and self camp that we wrote the curriculum for, we raised all the money for, and we made a lot of friends along the way.
Coming to Carolina has been an amazing opportunity to see what students are capable of at an undergraduate level, and to see how a 20-year-old can really engage in works that engage other people, engage in issues of social justice, engage in issues of helping their communities. Has been really something exciting, and I just didn't think was going to be possible at a university level. And that's been something that has been so exciting to see. And I feel like I'm going to leave the university with a much greater sense of what I'm capable of, and with a much more confident sense of what I can offer my communities.
The experiences that I've had at Carolina thus far really sort of drive me to do more at Carolina, and to maybe take a larger position in student government, or a larger position in the Cliffhangers, to sort of leave my mark here at Carolina. I think that students come here and everyone wants to leave their own Tar Heel footprint before they leave campus. And so, yeah, I'm definitely looking to, you know, maybe extend my leadership positions in all aspects of Carolina.
You know, if you really want to do it, you can. Just in general, in whatever group you're leading, in whatever challenge you may face. Like when you're putting together a project, like you are gonna run into, like you will, the end, like nobody can say, oh, it's going to be smoothly planned. And I ran into so many problems when I was planning my trip. But it was kind of like, we want to do this, and the goal is bigger than this problem, so let's find a way around it. And people were there to help me. And in the end, like, it was worth it. It was completely worth it.